The homie Brian R. asked me if I wanted to make a music tier list for all the songs in Sulfur, and with Sulfur's amazing original soundtrack, yes, I do. It seems like a really chill thing to do after the last Sulfur video I made. It got me a little ragey because of all the bugs and rampant performance issues. So I thought this would be a fun thing to do next, something chill, somewhat easy to do, and then I realized that in order to do this and do this the right way, the OCD way, we would have to make just different, like, making the tier list was complicated. I had to go through and take all these screenshots. I tried my best to take screenshots of areas in the game that really encapsulate what the area is like church and the sewers. This guy's getting shot in his nether regions, you know, just like how it feels like to run through the sewers, or what I imagine it smells like in there, something in the nether regions. But I'm not like a music critic or anything. I'm not Anthony Fontano or whatever, however you say his name, the guy that everybody hates. But I've been listening to music since, you know, probably in the womb. You know, most babies get a good ear for tunes when they're in the womb. My kid, 8-month-old son, loves emo music. There's no explaining it. It's the first song he danced to was a punk song. Like, it's just like babies, you know, always listen to music. But so I know what I like, and this is definitely gonna be a personal preference thing. And this is gonna be something I want to hear in the comments what your favorite song is. A song you might not like. I don't think there's any I don't like. I put for S tier is a hood classic. For A tier is Heat. It's hot. It's a little bit fiery. And then there's Mid. Needs some work, and then Yikes. I do not think these three will be used. I really don't, because the soundtrack is great. I believe if we click on, and you could listen to, here's the other annoying thing, is they have 14 songs on the Sulfur Perfect Random page. That's it, but there's 2 other songs that aren't there. The Christmas or Happy Holidays song is not uploaded to YouTube, and the St. Lucia fight song is not upload to YouTube. So I had to go through debug and all this stuff and find those songs and sit there and like listen to them for 7 to 10 minutes, because they're built to loop. But I want, oh yes, so these are all made by Christian Cotton Borkland, and I hope I'm saying his name right. He's got a website. You can go onto this playlist here and listen to these at any time that you want. I do think these are songs that are good outside of Sulfur. It's a very, if you don't know what Sulfur is, you can still appreciate this, because we're going to listen to the songs. Some of them, just some of it, because, I mean, right here, the church song is 10 minutes long, which can't be right. Obviously, they just kept the loop in a few times, I would hope. But let's get into it, and let's enjoy the music and talk about Sulfur, because like I said, I don't know how to critique music. I just, either my ears feel good or they don't. This is the church theme song. It's supposed to set the mood for your entire adventure. And it does. That, like, guitar strum coming in is very intense when you start. Maybe I should wait and listen to it for a second. I also threw up some gameplay, because that's just the right thing to do. You know, for the old ADHD heads out there. Literally all of us. If you watch me, you probably have some sort of ADHD, some sort of mental problems. Here it comes. That build-up is very intense, and it's nice in the background. It gives, like, this kind of, like, mystery. Okay, there we go. I was trying to F11. It wasn't F11 well. Wait for it. It's coming. It's coming. I don't know how you listen to music. You, like, just enjoy it. You know, usually you listen to music in quiet. Very chill song, the Church Hub song. And it's one that you could definitely, like, run around church, do whatever you need to do. Let me try to get the audio levels right for this. That's pretty good. I gotta be able to talk over it, because I'm not gonna stop talking just because the music is playing. That's not even how it works in my head, you know? Like, it was always voices. This is voices, not the scary ones. Well, sometimes. But, you know, you walk around, you're cooking up gun builds. It's just definitely something you can have in the background for an hour while you're learning the game. And it never gets old. That's the point of a good video game soundtrack, is it can't get old. And if it does, I mean, you just throw on some Vince Staples and just fuck around like that. Anyways, Here comes that strum there again. That's probably where the loop starts. Maybe? A lot of build-up. But then again, it's supposed to be calm. It's not supposed to be, you're in it now, mister. Not that. Not yet. We got plenty of those, and in fact, one of them had a lot of trouble for a long time because of that. I will say, I can't determine what the best part of Sulfur is, but the homemade individual tracks for every area is certainly up there. And they really pull you in. But I think that's enough at church because, you know, how often have we heard this jam? This little bop. Yeah, I'm conflicted on where I should be keeping this volume meter. I want to be respectful. And as we rank them, obviously still keep it playing in the background. I've never done a music ranking before. I probably won't ever do it again because you're already sick of me yapping about church, which I think deserves the heat. It's not one of my favorites. Can I just remove these? I'm going to delete you. I'm going to delete you. And I'm going to delete you because I don't imagine any of these dropping beneath Hood Classic, or I had to make sure it wasn't showing my fucking name. My name is on this website for some reason. Like, my straight-up full name is on this website. I have no idea why. I don't remember setting this up, but I wouldn't have done that. It probably signed in with Google, but... Excuse me, I have a disease. So, yeah, I mean, this is a solid... It's either 1 or 2. I gotta put it 2. I can't... There's so many other tracks that really jump out to me. This is more of a ranking. I think it will give this a definite ranking, and this is at the bottom for now. Usually, when I say ranking, it's just in these rows, but I'll give you a... We're basically, you know, this is 16 out of 16 for me. Still good, but, you know, something... I don't know. Something's gonna take it over real quick. Okay, so next... Oh, this is all out of whack. What are we doing here, Sulfur? Okay, I gotta jump down to track 13. One unavailable video is hidden. Why? Weird. I don't remember seeing that earlier. Hopefully one of the songs didn't get taken away. So next song is Caves Music 1. And like I said, I did my own individual screenshots. So, yeah, this is another one that is like you're getting into the game. You're just learning it. I love the little laughing in the background. It's kind of like how in Minecraft, they in the caves, you can like hear stuff in the background, and it kind of sets the mood, gets you a little on edge. And instead of getting you on edge here, it kind of like lets you know, it's a little tap on the shoulder that Sulfur's weird, and it's goofy, and it's fun. And then that little, like, fucking... I mean, all the songs definitely have a hip-hop... You know, it's mostly hip-hop going on here. Like a hip-hop beat, and I love that. Well, except for a couple. But we'll get to those. I mean, it's just a really good song to throw on a loop. And then that's what you do. And then there's a little drop down there. It's very intense. I don't remember it being so somber. I feel melancholic right now. There it comes. I mean, it's tough. I think I need to hear the other Cave song. One of them has to go in Hood Classic. And I think this is immediately going to go into Hood Classic because this is really a bop. It's up there, man. It's a great song. I can't believe Caves has 4 songs. I didn't realize that. That's how well the soundtrack meshes together. Because I didn't realize there was 4. This next one is Caves Music number 2. This is the one that I always think of with Caves. This is the one I probably get the most. Or it's just the intro is that impactful. Wait. Wait for it, okay? Trust me, it's coming. Unless I go deaf, like right now. That's always a big fear. Just like going deaf or blind out of nowhere. That would be just the worst, man. You waking up blind? I mean, even waking up? Well, blind people wake up, let's be real. I mean, your brain turns on. What a fucking conversation for a music ranking. So, I'm inclined to throw this one up into Hood Classic with Caves 1. And I think I'm getting into a bit of a rhythm here. So, we don't need to listen to the whole song. That's the impression I gave myself going into this. But if you want to listen to the whole thing, play the game, watch one of my playthroughs, or click on the playlist link that I'm going to pin to the bottom. Yeah, this is going above Caves 1. I would say this is my favorite. Until we listen to Caves 3, I don't know. This has got to be my favorite. It's so good, especially like right after this part. The way it like builds up. Wait for it. I got to stop telling you to wait. It's stupid. It really is stupid. But I'm stupid. That's why you come here, right? Because we can turn our brains off and listen to some good-ass music, man. I love, like... Like, I don't want to belittle video game music, but there are some soundtracks that are so above video game music. They're not centered around the gameplay. They're centered around an atmosphere and a mood. And that's where games like Undertale, which I don't like, Minecraft, which I love, and Sulfur, which I obviously love, do it right. That's how you make a game soundtrack, is by making a great song and not like, I don't know. It's just how you do it, man. I don't know how to say it. You know, I shouldn't have to think of Sulfur when I hear this. And I think those three games are the best examples I can give for games that have songs that are good, that aren't necessary for the game, or is the song necessary for the game, you know, or the game necessary for the song. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Okay, this one is Caves Music 3. Man, I've heard all these so much, it's weird to, like, not be playing right now. I tell you what, it's making me want to play. But, well, we'll get into it a little. We gotta build up before I start yapping. I do have some stuff I want to yap about, all right? Game of the year, my other channel. We got some yapping. There's some important topics, but we got to let the song. Oh, no, this is number one. No, this is number one. Man, I'm starting to see I don't really like I'm really afraid of my name popping up. It's so close. It's dangling right there. I'm going to have to do some espionage editing, some secret editing, some blurring. I hate that that's there. I'm going to have to find a way to change that. Was it like pan flutes right there? That's so cool. I mean, how did they come up with the idea to throw that in there? It just works so well. I want to see somebody who's overly obsessed with Sulfur take all the beats, remix them, and make a fucking rap album out of this shit. Don't use AI, because AI could cook. It could cook with music now. It's crazy, bro. We made an Amagas song one time on stream, and it was nuts. Maybe I'll play it at the end. Maybe if you're good. Like, it was a legitimately good song. That's the scary thing about AI. And also, I listened to this guy's other music. I wasn't too crazy about two of the games, but one of them I did like. I think Sulfur is this guy's best work. I love that, like, break and then comes back in just twice as hard. No, this is the best song that we've listened to by a large margin. This is so good. I mean, this is making me want to drop these down to heat because, yeah, I think I have to. I think this is a step above everything we've listened to. And I hope I don't say the same thing on Caves Music 4. But what I was going to say is, no, let's just jump into Caves Music 4. I feel like we went over a lot there. And now I'm actually kind of excited to get into the next one. But yeah, if you've noticed, I haven't been posting as frequently. I was posting once a day, sometimes twice a day for a while there. It's because I overposted. I mean, there's not a mountain's worth of content in Sulfur. I mean, there is, but unfortunately I have 250 hours or something in the game. It's only been out for a month and some change. So at this point, every video I'm working on is a lot harder to make than just doing a challenge. And I tried to do challenges, but they're getting harder, and glitches and stuff are stopping me from doing them. This one's good, but I feel like it's mostly, and it's good, but it's mostly noise. It's like, I like it, but it's not as extravagant as the other ones in Caves. It's good, but just maybe a little bit simpler. I would probably put it underneath Church. Like, I don't hate it, but like, they're all good. That's why there's only 2 tiers, S or A, which is weird to say out loud for reasons I need not explain. But yeah, so I've been posting a lot on my other channel, which is a channel I'm now repurposing. It's the Rebel Dottie. A while, maybe 2-3 months ago, I was posting indie games of all types. That's where Sulfur came from, was getting a key from a dev, trying a game, and I wasn't supposed to fall in love with it, but then I did fall in love with it. So I used to post a lot of other indie games, because I love indie games in general. And now this channel is pretty much all Sulfur, and it's going to stay that way. But the videos are a lot harder to make. Like, making the town guide is much more difficult. This was difficult because I'm working off of nothing. I had to record 2 of the songs myself, and then make all these like screenshots and everything, and then record a bunch of gameplay that's like good gameplay, because I'm not going to give you garbage. Once again, this is all over the place on this playlist, so I'm going to have to jump up here a little bit to Town Music 1, which actually has a name, Perils Eternal. Let's see, outside of the game, does Caves solo Town's music? I definitely feel like Town music has more of like a mystery vibe to it, whereas in Caves is kind of like a, how do you put it? Like, when you're in Caves, and it's hard because I'm not in there right now and I'm not listening to Caves music, but it's almost like a hype up vibe. But then Town becomes more of like a like, what's going on here? Town's weird. In Town is really weird. I mean, it is dope though. I mean, I love this song. It's good. It's good. I've heard it a million times, but I still love it. This is going up there with Caves 3. I don't know if it takes it over, but it does have so many more levels to it. There's a lot going on with Town 1, Perils Eternal. There's a lot going on. Listen to it. It's like a Doomtree song. And if you don't know who Doomtree is, that's fine. But it's an old hip-hop collective or group. I think they call themselves a collective, but it's complicated. But they make group albums. But they would put, like, when it came to their last album, before they like stopped, there was like, I don't know, they showed something. It was like hundreds of beats per song, like different beats and remixes and everything. It was something crazy. And it's because Paper Tiger and Laser Beak are nuts. I mean, it's so good. But yeah, until we get some more content for Sulfur, which might not happen for a while, every video I make is either going to be a challenge that goes wrong or like because of bugs and stuff. And I don't want to make a bunch of hit pieces. And I don't think my Crash Out bug video was a hit piece by any means. It was just frustrating. I don't want to be frustrated when I play this game. And so it's nice to step away and make some alternative content on other games on the Rebel Dottie. Like, oh man, that little build up right there. Oh my god. No, this is going number 1. I'm sorry. And we'll give Caves 3 a second chance. But man, this is going to be hard to beat. This one's so chill, but at the same time not. And then it's like telling a story. It's like getting comfortable, you know? It starts with a mystery, then you get comfortable in the mystery, and you're solving that mystery as you go along. Is what the vibe gives me, you know? It's like, you know, doctor showing me a picture and I gotta tell him how I feel. It's like an Ansel Adams in my ears. It's just, oh. But yeah, so I've been playing Techno Banter. If you haven't heard of Techno Banter, it comes out at the end of next month. I got lucky and the devs gave me a key for some reason. Sulfur did the same thing. I was like, these are like really good games that I'm getting keys for. They must not know how insane I am. But Whatever. Yeah, I gotta say no. And Techno Banter is amazing. I plan to play through all of it on the other channel, the Rebel Dottie. And I'll do a community post at some point to show that off. But it's always at the end of every video. It should have both channels on there. And, but yeah, because I didn't want this to be a place with Sulfur and also variety stuff. Because I know people get frustrated. You know, I don't want people to question whether I'm going to stop doing Sulfur. I'm never going to stop doing Sulfur. I love this game. It's just, we've been in a bit of a lull. The winter one was really good, and that helped us make some content and come up with some ideas. But it wasn't a lot there. It was like, what, a handful of items, and I'll probably do another winter video. And then on top of that, you know, we had a storage video and everything, and that helped do a lot. I just hope before the fixing shit official big patch comes out, we get more stuff with fixing shit. Some new areas would be amazing. I know Deep Woods could be a while, but oh, I can't wait. New areas, more new guns. Okay, next one is Town Music 2, Man's Best Friend, which is a dog. Oh, it's the fucking one with the pan flute, dude. Going crazy. Oh, dude. I think we may have to keep... No, I don't know. There could be a lot of hood classics in here, because this is... I mean, he's shredding it, dude. He's absolutely blowing that shit like it was every pussy on earth. I mean, he is going crazy. Or dick. However you want to blow. It's tough. I think... I want to hear Caves 3 again, because I might put Caves 3 above it. Because it is really good, but I can't put it down in heat. It has got to stay in Hood Classic. And that wasn't a bit at the beginning either. I was going to consider putting some of these in lower tiers, and then I looked at them and thought about it, and I said, no, can't happen. And I deleted those. It wasn't like I'm going to delete these. It's going to be like a emotion for people. No, it wasn't a feeling. I had to do it. Oh, this one is so good though. I really feel like after Caves they do start stepping up, but Caves 3 is like a sign of that. Not that the other tracks in Caves aren't fucking sick, but I feel like he took the leash off a little bit once he got out of here. I think it's just to fit the vibe though, because like Town, you're outside, it's daylight, it feels a little more open. Now nothing is open in Sulfur except for the hub. It's supposed to be a straight line, start, finish, you know, not too complicated there. But yeah, I mean the vibe definitely needs to be a little bit more uplifting here, with that mystery still attached. Now once I hear the Sewer song starts, I believe there's a lot of mystery behind those as well. So let's do Sewers Music 1. Oh yeah, we slowed down significantly. I almost wish I'd never played the game. Imagine? And just hearing these would be like, wow, I gotta play the game. Oh yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of slow jams. I don't mind them. But I definitely am the type that likes loud, fast, fun. I mean, that's typically where I go to, because music does take me to emotional states. I am touched by music, and that's the worst thing I've ever said ever. And I'm going to start signing my sewer slide note tonight. I can't believe I said that out loud. Yeah, so, I mean, it definitely gives, like, the mystery, but I don't feel like Sewers is a mystery anymore. Sewers is kind of just, it's the intermission. Sewers and Hedge Maze are the intermission of the game. It's not hard, necessarily. It's different, and it is weird with the black gunk everywhere, but... Yeah, I mean, it's good, but it might be my least favorite so far. It may be one of the only ones I think... This is a song that sounds like it's just from a video game. not to be listened to outside of it. I will say that. I think this is the first situation that we've come across that. It's still very good, but it definitely has the video game sound to it. And then there's nothing wrong with video game music. I actually exclusively use video game music when I edit videos and put music in the background. So I've got no qualms with video game music, but like I said, you could tell the difference between a song that's made to be a song and a song that's made for a game. And sometimes you can mesh the two and do it just right. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Okay, but Sewers 2 comes in, just slapping you across the face with something you asked for. You asked for it this time, buddy. Listen to that. They are ready. Yeah, this is much better. I think this is a much better vibe. And this is the song I think of when I think of Sewers. Like the horns popping in there a little bit. My guy does like to use a lot of different instruments, and I think that's the right thing to do. It just, I don't know. Yeah, see, that's more like it, man. This has almost got like a rave party vibe to it. And it does fit the sewer scene, too. Because it's like grittier. It's like a gritty rave party where somebody's nipple's going to end up in my mouth. It's going to end up in my mouth. I think this is one of the more iconic Sulfur songs. And it's got to be a hood classic. Right behind Town 2. Maybe in front of Town 2. No. Because I might even move Town 2 above Caves 3. And then listen to that. It changes up there. It's a little D&B going. Maybe I just love pan flutes. I don't know. Maybe. They are cool, man. I mean, like, nobody's debating that shit. Okay, so next up is the Hedge Maze. And I gotta say, the little picture for that one goes exceptionally hard. Yeah. I killed it with that one. Call me Ansel Adams, bitch. Oh, wait, there's one more part of the song I gotta hear real quick. Just like a little build up into it. Listen to what he does with the drums there. It's so cool. Right here. That's what I'm talking about. That's iconic. Oh my god, that's iconic. Oh, it's got like that kind of sad jazz to it. But like, you gotta get the sad jazz funkiness going to really pull me in. And that's what they do here. Oh, it's so good. He fucking went to sleep with a smile on his face after composing this one in fucking 20 minutes because the guy's probably a prodigy. Oh, it's so cool. And it keeps going too. He drags with this one in a good way. Okay, next we have the Maze music, which is definitely a mystery one because the first time you come into Maze, you're like, what the hell? It's another mysterious track. And I know I keep saying that a lot, but there are some that are straight up not mysterious. And I feel like we've gone over a couple of them. And, Dungeon is coming up, and that's not a mystery at all. That one's just intense. But this one is cool. It's supposed to be like a calmer vibe, You're not in any huge threat when you're in Hedge Maze. The first time you are, because you have no idea what's going on. And that's perfect for the vibe he's setting with this music. But it is very calm. And it's a good time to talk about Game of the Year going to Astro Bot. Like, it's cool that PlayStation was able to get a Mario clone, like their own Mario clone going. It does prove that the Nintendo formula is a success, especially when you bring it to an audience that doesn't play Nintendo and they see that it's successful. Because, like, say what you will, and I have not played the game because I have a PS4 that I haven't plugged in like 4 years, but I've seen it and it looks exactly like Super Mario Galaxy, which is fine because a lot of people really like Super Mario Galaxy, and Odyssey is been a bit now. Probably like 4 years, and I've heard it's not the same as Galaxy. I'm not a big Mario fan, so I was never going to play Astrobot, but I do think it's a damn shame the little amount of love indie games get when it comes to Game of the Year, because AAA studios, like the guys who made Astro Bot, it's a first-party studio from Sony. That's not an indie. It's not a small indie team. It's a big-ass team in Japan. They, not that anyone is arguing against that. It's like, yes, they come up with a great idea, but it's not a new idea. It's just an idea that they put their own creative spins on. Whereas we look at indie games and we see all these like new trend-setting things. And indie games are the ones that actually come up with the ideas for AAA to churn into something with more money. And it's like, I don't know. It just feels weird to me to call anything other than an indie game of the year when I'm never impressed from AAA games. If I had to pick a game that I think was more suited for game of the year, be Helldivers 2. If we're talking about big population of people that have played it, obviously Sulfur just came out. It doesn't have the recognition it deserves yet. Hopefully someday it will. But Helldivers 2, I think, was a much better... That's an indie game. And it was... I don't know. It's just more impressive what you could do with less people, less resources, and just... They kind of swept the whole world for a couple months, man. People really liked Helldivers 2. Not a lot of people fell off of it. And I think some of the love for Astrobot is recency bias. It's only been 3 months. But who knows? Maybe it is a new Sony icon. I don't follow Sony. I don't care for the big boys. I worked for Microsoft for 3 years making games with them. It doesn't mean I care. Like, I don't care about the big boys at all. I'll play their shit. I'm going to play every new Pokemon game. I don't care. So as far as Hedge Maze song goes, listenability, I got to put it at the bottom. Doesn't make it bad, but it's definitely meant for the level and not for hanging out like we are right now. But the next song gets hype. This song got in some trouble because the audio would get really loud in Dungeon. I thought it was intentional. I thought Dungeon, it was supposed to be like a warning, like, you're in it now. And I always really liked it. And I didn't care that it got so loud. I kind of loved that it got really loud, but some people had an issue with it, so they nerfed the audio sound of it, and they lowered it. I don't know if it was a bug or not, but this one is so cool, that way it comes in like that. I love how the dude definitely managed to make every area's songs and soundtracks sound entirely different from the last. This doesn't sound like anything in caves or town or sewers. I mean, this guy understands atmosphere. The closest I would say to dipping out of the atmosphere would be like Caves 3. But it's so good that it doesn't matter. Man, this one... This has got to me, at this point, Sulfur already knows it has its hooks like synced into you. You're stuck. You're not leaving Sulfur for at least a few hours. Like, it's already got you addicted, and it's hypnotic. It's a hypnotic track. I found myself at 3 in the morning, like this, just totally glossed over, glazed eyes, like thinking, am I going to stay up all night? I just kind of want to keep running around Dungeon. And whether I'm struggling or having fun, you can totally zone out to this song. And it's just so good. Listen to that bass line, that bong, boom, bong, boom, bong, boom. And then the way he comes into that do 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 do. I don't think it comes at any surprise, and I think a lot of people would probably agree with me. This is probably going to end up my favorite song in the whole game. I gotta put Dungeon at number 1. I don't know if I'm alone in that, and it might change, but this song is just so good. It almost taps and tingles the ears as if it's playing with you. It's so, and that's part of the hypnotism. It's so much fun, and it just works incredibly well. And I definitely will be listening to this song outside of the game, be putting it in other YouTube videos for background noise, because it is so damn good. I don't know if I'm supposed to announce that I steal games music to put up in YouTube videos, copyright or whatever, but I don't give a shit. Wait, I want one more time. One more little... Yeah, dude, that little disc scratching. Yeah, I'm one of those people that mimics the sound, because I love to sing along to songs too. Sometimes, if you watch any of our long videos, I'll just start singing a song because songs be getting in my head and shit, and I can't get them out. So the next song is going to be the castle music, and I got to get away from there. We're going to have to listen to that whole thing. Castle music is great, and we have to wait a little bit before it starts to ramp up because there is a lot of intensity going. This is a final level right there. I do think this is a really cohesive track with dungeon. Now, Hedge Maze in the dungeon in the castle, you have to play all three of them. And I do think it's the perfect evolution from Dungeon's theme. Like, oh, it's cool. It's almost got that medieval vibe to it, too. And I don't think all of them have necessarily a medieval vibe to it. But the guy heard when he was making the song for a castle level, and he was like, yeah, hold on. I'll somehow make some sort of electronic hip-hop dance beat sound like it's in Ash vs. Evil Dead. I can do that, I guess. Once again, he's playing around with like 100 different little beats in the background. I just love that about it. Those layers, if they can be cohesive and work together, is how you make it right. And I don't know if I mentioned, but the production quality is insane on all of these. Like, you could probably play this for somebody, and they wouldn't guess it's from a video game. Especially the dungeon one, I think. Anything in the Hood classics, I think you can get away with tricking people. You know, it's just the song my buddy made. And then the guy would be like, I'll sign him right now. I'll sell my kidney. I love the little sneaking around down bit here. Because you do feel like you're sneaking around a little bit when you're in Castle, right? Ooh, you never really noticed that little tapping. And they come with the synth right there. And you know what? It's cool. It's once you get to St. Lucia, we go full like rock, like heavy metal. And here we're ushering us into that too. We're ushering into the heavy metal phase. You can kind of feel that vibe a little bit. You can feel it getting a little heavier as you go along. I mean, the game does get heavier on you, on the music, with the enemies. I mean, this is how you work really well in tandem with both music producer and video game developer. It's very professional, you know. Because like I said, I play a lot of indie games. I played over 100 this year. And this is by far standout soundtrack. I would say Sulfur is my game of the year. Techno Banter would come really close. I'm telling you, on the other channel, I played an hour and a half of that game already, and I cannot wait to play more. I was incredibly impressed with what they brought. That game is awesome. Like, so good. So, that'll be next year's game of the year. But Sulfur is this, yeah, without a doubt. Copycat was coming close, but Sulfur is the complete package, and we're not even close to being content complete. Ooh, listen to that. Oh, this is tough. I do love it. I do love it. But I feel like it's related, like siblings to Dungeon. I think I'm going to put it in front of Sewers 2. But I definitely think it's a Hood classic. And again, that is some fucking fire-ass... That is a straight-up album cover I made right there. I'm gonna brag a little bit. I was proud of that one. I mean, it doesn't look like a lot of editing goes in, but I have to edit out the HUD, right? I have to go in there, Photoshop, take out the little pizza slices and stuff on the bottom left, and it could be a process, man. Okay, next up, because this one goes for like 8 minutes, and we're not about to do that. But next up, we got, where is it? This is all out of place, man. It's all out of whack. Where is it? Boss music. Ah, yes. The music for, I believe, Cousin and the town bosses. I don't think this shows up for the Mace Knight, but it is just called boss music. I could be wrong on the Mace Knight. I always skip the Mace Knight because there is a level skip there. I got a video on that. If you don't know about that level skip, it's very simple. But you could just skip that fight, so I almost never hear the music. I love the little build-up. Is it intense enough for a boss fight, though? You know? But then again, Sulfur is disguised as a chill game that's actually really challenging, and that chillness is a disguise, and some of that comes from the music. There's a very chill little beat we got coming in here. Lots of build-up. 45 seconds of build-up here. But then you come into it, and there's that intensity. There's just like fucking heavy-ass bass. Bang, bang, bang. What song was removed? I listened to it You know, I can look at my YouTube history. Gulp. But hopefully they didn't take it off of YouTube, because it should be this last song here. I should be able to find it. It might be a challenge, but I like the boss track, but it is a little repetitive. I feel like the other songs have more layers, and it's probably because it's meant to make you focus, but it's still really good. I'd probably put it at the top of Heat, just above Caves 2, and that's interchangeable. I like it, but I do think this next song, it goes a step above it. And that is the St. Lucia fight song, which it should pop up over here. I had to go into debug mode because... okay, that's a little loud. Let's bring that down right here. Because they don't have this uploaded on YouTube for whatever reason. So I had to do this myself. I'll do it myself, he says. Now, I do personally think this song is a bit better than the other boss music, but again, it's the final boss. It has to be intense. And like I said, it's kind of where you get like the heavier side, especially right here. No, not yet. We're not there yet. Oops. I jumped the gun. It should be the next little go around. We should get the bang, bang. Right here. It's building up to it. There it is, like that heavy metal. And it's the final boss of the game currently. I cannot wait. If this is where we're at right here, if we're going to Deep Woods, I'm going to assume Deep Woods is going to have like some sort... go back to the mystery vibe, but almost like a little folkish, but upbeat. I would love to get a sneak peek at the Deep Woods soundtrack. If I could ever get in talk with a dev, that would be cool to get a little I was gonna say a bump. I don't even do drugs, but yeah, give me a bump of that shit. Give me a bump of that shit. Put it on my car keys, your girlfriend's pinky nail. I don't care. Let's fucking do it. Give me a bump of Deep Woods. I'll take a singular beat. I just want to know at all what the vibe could be. I mean, that's not even spoilers, man. Maybe they're not done with the music yet, though. You have to have a rough track of it. Obviously, you do the one, and then you go through different variations before you get to the final completed project. As far as the songs go, and anything goes, really. I mean, it's super good. It's different from the rest of the game, but the fight is different from the rest of the game. Cousin is the only thing that's at all similar. There are only 2 health bars in the whole game right now. So you're getting that little roundabout going here, the little loop. I gotta say, she's tough to place. It's still really good. It's definitely going to be a hood classic, but where? I got to put it underneath Town 2. I really do. I still love it. But it has the vibe of a boss song, which it should. I don't know. I can't put it above Town 2. Town 2 is super good. It feels weird having anything above Town 2. But there's a lot of good songs in this game. The other song that is not included anywhere on YouTube is the Christmas song. Oops. I guess I started at the main menu on this one, so you got to give it a second. But funny thing is, I didn't even hear this song for a while because I accidentally had my music off when the holiday update came out. So eventually I turned it on. I was like, oh, they made a new song. It's just a remix of the original Church Hub song. Bleh. But it is very chill. It's very merry, and I love that they brought him back. Maybe they had to make this a while ago, so hey, we have a winter event planned. I'm disappointed there was no Halloween event, but obviously it came out around Halloween, so that would have been dumb. Next year, we'll probably get a Halloween event. They did talk about seasonal events. I hope we get more remix songs for that. Maybe some Swedish events. I don't know. Some Swedish holiday shit. I don't know what's going on over in Sweden, dude. I assume it's always snowy there. I don't care the degree. It's just hot snow. But listen. I don't know what it is. I like this more than the OG Church Hub theme song. I don't know if I'm alone in that. but I like it more. It's a little creepier with like the guy talking in the background. Right here. Wait for it. It's like a weird wailing ghost thing. I don't know what that's about. It's definitely creepy. I'm just going to put this above church. I am a big Christmas guy. It's my favorite holiday. Only, you know, that little talking part's a little strange. It's a little out of place. Okay, so the last song is the OG trailer theme song. Why is my YouTube being fucking dog shit? Is it because I have this up? Maybe it was never in the playlist. Let me see. Oh, there it goes. It's just fixed itself. You didn't even see why it was dog shit, but it was, I promise you. Okay, so this one's just called Sulfur Trailer Music Only. Yeah, they took this off the playlist. I don't know why. This is for the OG trailer. I'll even show you this one because it's a little weird. Oh, this one is... Oh, this is from Nicholas Strom. If it sounds a little different, that's why. It's not from our other guy. Oops. My bad. Still cool. I mean, still definitely a vibe. Maybe a little bit more hyped, but they definitely knew the vibe they wanted for the music going in. It's still good. I've never listened to this thing in its entirety. I just heard a couple seconds of it and I was like, yeah, that's not in the game. I've never seen the trailer. Don't need to. I've played enough of the game. Why would I look at the trailer now? You don't need to convince me to play this game. Yeah, I don't know. It definitely just sounds like trailer music. I gotta say, it's probably going to be the last place for me. Not a knock on the song, but it doesn't fit the vibe as much as the other ones, obviously. So now we got to go. I think we're just going to listen to the top 3 because we put those there for a reason. Dungeon, Town 1, and Caves 3. I think that's fair. I have to listen to them one more time to decide where they go. This is Caves 3, once more from the top. It's definitely iconic as being my favorite of Caves and the starting point for anyone. The little build-up coming in there. Yeah, I love the little bike chime going on there. It's tough. It's going to be tough. I mean, I already know it's going to be tough to make the decision on the top 3. I'm fine with where everything else is. It's the top 3 you're looking for, right? That's the ones... I want to know your top 3. Your top 3 and your least favorite track. Don't include trailer. I didn't know what to expect from trailer, but it definitely doesn't fit the vibe of the rest of the game. You might really like the trailer song. If it's one of your top 3, then sure. I think I'm a pan flute head. Okay. It is very good. But Town Music 1, man, the way it comes in, and it almost tells a story. I think it tells a story better than any other song in the game. And actually, I'm gonna do a sneaky little push here to put that at number 1, because I do appreciate the fact that it can tell a story, and that is hard to do, especially with a video game track. And now Dungeon might come in and take that away from it, but I don't think it will. I think Caves 3 also tells a story with the sound, but it doesn't do it as good as Town 1, dude. This is just like... It's almost like encapsulating everything in the game. That kind of mystery, that kind of like medieval fucking steel guitar strum thing going on there. This is one of the weirdest videos we've made, just listening to music together. I love it, though. I appreciate you for hanging out with me this whole time. Yeah, I think that's got a firm spot at number 1 because we're not even done with the song. It's only a fourth or a fifth the way through. And it still has more to say. You know what I'm saying? It's talking to you. It's whispering in your ear. It is whispering in your ear. It really say that as a joke, but it's whispering in there, man. And it just keeps that kind of like same vibe while going through these different levels. And it's just... And that's, I don't know, that's kind of what Town is. It's the same vibe as Caves, but you're going through these peaks and valleys. And it's all intense. It goes from intense to more intense, back to intense. Town, you're never safe, man. This is the song that you'll play at my funeral. No, I'm just kidding. No. And just the way it comes back to it, dude. Just that same kind of building excitement in that. But then there's Dungeon. Let's give Dungeon a fair shot. I love Dungeon's song. I didn't think Dungeon's song would end up in the top 3, but then again, as soon as I started listening to it, I was like, oh yeah, it makes sense. You know, not listening to it, I'm like, is it really top 3? And then when I listen to it, I'm like, yeah, it's top 3. It's easily top 3. Easily top 3. But it's so hyped, dude. I think any of the top 3 are interchangeable, especially the top 2. Those two, it could really go either way here. But I think I'm going to lock in Dungeon at number 2, Town at number 1. Let's start from the bottom. My least favorite track in Sulfur is not in Sulfur. It should not be on this list. It's the trailer music. No offense to the guy who made it. It's still a cool song, but it doesn't fit the vibe as well. It's not as cohesive because it's not from the same guy. The other guy did all the other tracks, and they just work really well with each other. Then after that, you've got Hedge Maze. I should really be playing Town 1 for this, but we're going to do Dungeon because I moved it around. Town 1 is our winner, kind of. Then you got Hedge Maze. I like it, but it does feel the most like just like a video game song. Same with Sewers 1. That's kind of the issue I have with maybe these next 4, is I don't feel as if I could like jam out to them outside of Sulfur, but they're very good in Sulfur, which is Hedge Maze, Sewers, Caves 4, and Church. And I could probably move all these around and feel the same damn way. But then the holiday remix for Church, it might just me being a jolly little guy, loving Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. Halloween's a very close second. I love both holidays. I know I usually get shit for that. You don't like Halloween? No, I love it. I got a blood red wall, man. I'm a huge horror fan, but there's something about Christmas that makes everybody jolly, and I'm one of those people. Then you got Caves 1, 2, and the boss music. All 3 of these songs found in Caves. They're very good, but it is the introduction to the game, and I just feel like it just got better as it goes along. The songs started to understand their purpose. I don't know. That sounds weird. This is why everybody hates that Anthony Fontano guy, right? No, I think everyone hates him because he shit talks everything. Like, he doesn't like anything. I don't know what his deal is. St. Lucia at the bottom of Hood Classic. Great song. It's definitely the most unique next to maybe Hedge Maze, but it is very intense, so it gets that kind of little bump up for it. Town 2 kind of feels like I could change it with Town 1. I mean, they're both really good, but Town 1, oh man. Sewers 2 right after that, which I think is a huge jump up from Sewers 1. Sewers 2 is awesome. It's almost the most iconic song from the game. Honestly, everything in Hood Classic is iconic to Sulfur. Castle, once again, it's like the second in the trilogy, kind of. But yeah, I almost wish Dungeon was second, because then it could be like the Star Wars OG trilogy. Like Castle was first, that's A New Hope. And then, episode 5 would be Dungeon, and then episode 6 is at the bottom, but still really good. I love Return of the Jedi, man. People shit on it, but I really like Return of the Jedi. It is stupid, though. Even though I think Ewoks, like, eat people or something crazy like that. Okay, and then you got Caves 3 at number 3. I didn't even realize that. And then Town 1 is number 1. Wow. Okay, and then Dungeon at number 2. comes very close to overthrowing number 1. But Caves 3 doesn't. I gotta say, Town 1 is my favorite song in the game. It is very, very cool. Show your mom. She'll love it. She'll say, I want you to play more of this, boy. And then, you know, listen to your mom. You know, I used to not believe that because my mom's a crackhead, but my wife's an amazing mom. So yeah, I would say listen to your goddamn mom. All right? And I've seen what a good mom looks like, and I gotta say, listen to him. Listen to him, goddammit. But, yeah, thank you for hanging out and listening to some tunes with me. More of a chill experience. I didn't know what I was doing. I've never made music tier list, but I do love music, as anyone with 2 earballs loves music. I hate when people... I love music. Yeah, of course you do. Music is somehow scientifically or genetically, we all just like, it's in our DNA to love music. So I could obviously listen to the songs and talk about them, and it's easy. It's not going to be easy to edit this because I'm going to have to find the best gameplay clips so that this whole time you've been enjoying this. So once again, it might take a little bit to get this out there, but I appreciate your patience. I appreciate making content with you and having these conversations with you. Make sure to check out the second channel. I don't know why I stopped that. We could have easily just listened to that, but I stopped it anyways. Why did I do that? What's wrong with me? Now I feel weird if I start it up again. You know, I'll get out of here. I'm just ashamed. I'm just shameful. Just awful. Check out the second channel for other games I've been playing if you miss the content, because I can just record the playthrough, the Let's Plays, throw them up. It's a lot easier. Obviously, just have to make the thumbnail and a little bit of other legwork, but nothing as complicated as editing stuff. And like I said, I like to have gameplay in here so you're not getting bored, and I'm not doing Subway servers. God damn it. Stop asking for Subway servers. But, yeah, you guys have a good one. I'll miss you. Unless you come to the other channel. Then I won't have to miss you.